Hello, my name is Jeremy Scrivens. I want to share with you the 6 topics that are really matter to people in their experience of work today. It's an extraordinary time of significant change in the way work is being organised and thought of. These 6 topics are meaning and purpose, collective values, vital conversations, care and kindness, appreciation and recognition, and meaningful technology. All these topics are what we call intrinsic. That is, they go deep within who people really are. They are a call sign for leaders to engage their people. In fact, a cry to leaders to engage their people in modern working from inside out, not outside in. Put another way, people want to be engaged intrinsically from who they really are, their whole being, not just the small part that is captured by the traditional job description. Now, Gallup have told us for years that the small number of people who are truly engaged at work are engaged intrinsically. They were way ahead of their time. The single biggest factor here is that the people who are engaged intrinsically work for managers and organizations who take the time to discover and raise up the natural talents or strengths of every person. They raise these talents up. These managers also host vital conversations with their people to discover and include the diversity of the collective talents of their teams in ways that lead to the release of an abundance of passion, collaboration, creativity, and contribution from inside out. Do you know currently 4 in 5 people work below the talent poverty line, which is an incredible waste, but also a huge opportunity for leaders who believe that putting people first to do more with more is the future of business and work now. As we are seeing with the Great Resignation, a significant number of people who are working below the talent poverty line are no longer prepared to put up with this. They are leaving to find leaders and organizations who will raise them up above this talent poverty line. COVID-19 is a crisis. The word comes from the Greek meaning a decisive point in the progress of a disease. However, the word has a second meaning, vitally important or decisive state of things, point at which change must come. Vital means what gives life. This is an opportunity for vital conversations around reimagining ways of working together from who we really are, our very being, as #MeWe. BrilliantFIT is a really cool piece of kit which identifies every person's natural talents and has a digital dashboard for group talents. Every member of Paula's team, who I want to introduce you to, because Paula is a leader now who approached me a few months ago and asked me if I could facilitate vital conversations with her team, who was shifting into remote working and hybrid working, but she wanted to take the opportunity to have a different conversation with them around inclusion, diversity, well-being, but also the future of work. So she asked me to deploy the BrilliantFIT digital talent dashboard. Now, BrilliantFIT is a really cool piece of kit. It identifies every person's natural talents and has a digital dashboard for group talents, as I said. Every member of Paula's team now has the talent dashboard on his or her laptop. They use the dashboard to redesign how they're going to reimagine work through the inclusive diversity of every single person's talents. The questions we ask determine the direction we take. Here, Paula's teams use the data of talent from the BrilliantFIT app to co-create this new experience of being well together, being before doing. For example, the talent dashboard identifies members of the team talented for individual work and those for collaborative work. They asked each other questions like, how might different people in our team react to working from home? Which team members will thrive working from home? Who in our team needs a buddy? How might we get the best out of Matt and Pippa's exceptional natural collaborative talents and put them to work to support the team right now? The talent dashboard identified which team members are talented around tasks and outcomes, and which around care and compassion. Both are vital in life and work, but very different. If we look at job descriptions, they don't always pick these things up. In fact, they don't very often. But if we look at the person, we pick them up. How might John and Sophia on this team, or Paula's team, use their talents to care for collective well-being? They're extraordinarily talented around care and compassion. Their job descriptions don't talk about compassion, by the way. But people are asking for compassion now from their leaders and their workplaces. How might we check in with each other? How might we encourage and support each other? How do we slow the pace down to take time to care more? How are you coping, Frank? Are you feeling included right now? You don't want to work from home. You want to work in an office, and you want to talk about results, not about feelings or meaning. You want to focus on the task. You think the conversation is going a bit soft. How do we engage you now? How do we ask you to keep us on track, if you like, with the focus on results, on contribution, but also well-being? How might we use your talents now, Frank, for collective well-doing? These are the questions the team were asking each other and asking you, Frank. Paula's team set up a new collaborative covenant around being well together. By the way, being well is a much bigger idea than the term well-being. It's far more active and far more powerful. Paula's teams raised up and deployed the diversity and inclusiveness of their collective talents to the task of reimagining their own future of work experience in ways that augment each individual's me, yet progress the shared purpose of the group, #MeWe. So having developed a covenant around being well, they put this to work to understand and to redesign the new ways of working together. They asked each other, how might we use this time to innovate new ways of working for the future, which turns a crisis into an opportunity to reimagine the future. Because they took the time to discover themselves and each other as a community of belonging and purpose, they were able to reimagine a new way of working together where every person takes the journey into the future, not just a few. The industrial model does not think like this. It discards workers with redundant skills or even talents, because the focus is on the factory as assets, not people in community. Paula's conversation was around people in community. Paula's team turned to the talent dashboard, which identified those members who are wired for innovation. In fact, most of the team were talented around innovation, and their vital conversation released these talents to reimagine a new future. However, John and Pippa's talents are around continuity. They desperately want to keep hold of the past. They don't want to engage in change. But because the team had committed to take the journey into the future together, they asked, how might we reimagine work that engages all of us to take the journey from who we are together? They came up with this question. This wasn't a consultant question taken from off the wall. This was a vital question that Paula's team came up with themselves. They said, what is the best of what we do now that we can take into the future, build on and innovate? Innovation is reconfiguration of strengths, such that John and Pippa will feel free to let go of the rest. Wow, that's amazing. That's called change making. This is, in fact, live change making. This is inclusion. This is diversity. This is the best use of the new tech. This is a vital conversation, and this is the real opportunity to bring the future of work and change making from the heart first. Then the head follows with the data and the digital and the tech platforms and all that other good stuff to support it, but it doesn't lead it. Thank you so much, Paula, for the privilege to work with you and your team in shaping these vital conversations. I learned so much from all of you. If you would like to learn more about how to raise your people up above the talent poverty line, so your business and your people can flourish and grow by tapping into a hidden reservoir of talent and creativity, please contact us. We would be delighted to have a chat with you. Have a good day. Cheers.